Faker has proven time and time again that he's the final boss of League of Legends. When it comes to Worlds, there isn't a single player on the planet more feared than him. With a record-breaking 5 World Championships, Faker stands as the ultimate symbol of dominance. And now, he's on the verge of claiming his 6th title, this time for Doran, or maybe it's for Chovy. Today, we're diving into 18 minutes of Faker absolutely smurfing at Worlds, showcasing some of his greatest plays from every single World Championship he's ever attended.
Towards that lane, needs to keep that farm going on. Reginald putting some pressure down, but Faker actually turning him down a lot of damage. Reginald goes aggressive, pushes the ultimate, gonna get caught out. Faker gets him down.
That was unfortunate. Reggie thought he was about to get jumped on. He actually expected to juke.
In there as well, that turret now down to half. They managed to avoid damage and knock up out of Bengi. There is Watch right at the front trying to get involved. Bengi, blown up. Well, his passive is there to save him. Will he be able to escape? There is Stan United coming in. Stranglethorn's going to knock Najin's sword into the air. Prey is going to fall here. Faker from the side. Crescendo comes around. SKT doing great in this one. Now Kane going to be the target. Exhaust goes down, but it won't make a difference. Especially he's going to try and chase down Faker here. But with Impact to get that taunt down, will he have the finisher? No. Faker is still alive. Charm's going to land onto him. Is he going to be able to walk away? Faker is still running. There's another turn, and Expression goes down. What just happened here? Faker magic again.
Stoner is ahead of Amazing J right now. If you just like detract that money, he's still got more than this poor Nard top lane right now. Mid lane turret also goes down. The flash engage from Faker.
Yeah, there's the Rune Prison in there. All of the spells, all of the time. Faker, the 1v1 against Pawn.
And that's with Rod of Ages and Tears still stacking up.
And we talked about this matchup earlier, thinking, this is going to be a kill. And Hojin shows up to save the day.
Everyone had to do the right thing to avoid dying there, which is a little bit dangerous.
Flashes were blown in the mid lane as well. Looks like Faker and Kuro went hard, so there's no flash for this. Hojin in a real bad situation with the last bit of mana. Faker takes him down 2v1.
This was one of the problems we mentioned a little bit in Champ Select, how Kassadin in the
On the bottom side of the map, adding that pressure. With Dragon coming up, you can already see Gorilla kind of waiting in the middle of both top and mid. Or I should say bottom and mid.
His home guards, and he's sitting in base for a long time now. He's waiting to TP somewhere. He's going in bot lane now.
Just going into the river brush, but it's going to be Kuro getting dropped immediately. How did he even think he could take that fight? Saracen Brace wasn't even used by Faker, and they're ready to keep going for the fight. Gorilla chomps up Smeb as his teleport comes in. Prey gets caught way off on the wing here. Ku was not ready to take any sort of fight. They thought it'd be a single 1v1 with their TP being the advantage of the bottom lane, but they have been turned on their head for this engage. Marin, no red buff, just the slows from the boomerang, but it looks like Ku is able to stave off any.
Starve out the opponent. Ku Tigers, last stand, 2 inhibitors down. Here SKT comes.
On the hunt, goes in. That's going to be Hojin in a real sticky situation. He goes down a full 3-man Gnar ultimate. That's going to be Smeb down now. Eyes onto the AD carry, but the support hits. It's going to be Kuro out safely. Prey, however, has to run away from his base. SK Telecom looking to take down the final Nexus turrets. It does not look good for Kuro and his team. Ku Tigers are falling. SKT will be your first ever 2-time World Champions!
A comp that likes playing 4-1, so the winning side lane is so important in that nature, so having a Trundle later on versus the Poppy is super important.
Yeah, even if Poppy were to get 20 or 30 CS up on Trundle, by the time the late game hits, Trundle will have that pushing wave, and that's why Smeb's roaming in.
Got this coming in, the flash to push him back, but it's not going to be the Cocoon, and the Shockwave buys all the time Faker needs. 1v3, easy escape, 2 summoners down, but he's okay.
And that is the second gank that SKT has been...
But not able to quite secure it. No CC was really left to be had, and everyone else able to disengage properly. But now, the play towards top side. They do see Faker, and the Cocoon's not going to land, though, so can they get anything else? The flash chase, it's Smeb onto his face, looking for a little bit more, and he's not going to go down. Faker, with just a ghost, gets away with it.
He knew they were coming. The second Gorilla charged at him in an empty lane. He did a minor step upwards, forcing the Cocoon to ever so...
And they're getting those extra executions over to the Janna. Wolf only went with the quintessences for gold generation, whereas Smoothie went for both seals and quintessences. So they have a little bit more, but mid lane's gonna have some action.
Moving in, flash forward. Faker does what he can with the petrifying gaze, but it might not be enough. Heal coming through. Faker needs to make his way out. Out comes the right side. The flashback. Contract's now in trouble. Faker pushing for a little bit more. Is he gonna get the first blood here? That's it from Faker.
super clean outplay there. You wait until the Rek'Sai shows for the ultimate as he's coming forward.
Not like Jensen and Contracts kept their flash either. That's a tough ask, and we can see the play one more time.
And it's super forced from Cloud9 as well. The ultimate was fine from Faker, but this decision to dive, the timing of the flash, all incredible, and then Contracts with nowhere to go. At the same time, Jarvan going towards the middle lane. They'll make the play, and there's no ulting out for that Rise.
Yeah, that G, they'll take down the Scuttle Crab in these last remaining moments, waiting for that Drake.
They're getting a third Mountain Drake. They already got the first Baron. That was huge for them to actually get a bigger goal lead. They're saving the Drake now. They got two already. Bang is hiding. He's coming.
Bang looking to come in. Here comes your initiation. They're right through.
Oh my God.
Faker's shockwave will find them all. And SKT, with a hell of a response, will take down 4.
They did it! They fought back from a 9,000 gold deficit and won a team fight against all expectations. Rumble could not...
And when you watch SKT and they're down 10,000 gold, you can never count them
Now
out.
consider EDG have no vision on the red side. Where is Twitch is what they should be asking. When they see Ori, they can probably guess. But this Wombo's out of this world.
It all starts with that engage from Wolf on the Rakan. And Pinky picked up very late in the Summer's play, but had some very impactful performances on in the playoffs. Using it here to start the fight, set up the shockwave from Faker, and of course, easy damage for Bang as
A higher value than nearly the stats and the damage output that you're looking at.
You get Baron control, you pop the Nocturne off, maybe you cement it as seeing this counter rotation by RNG bot side, double TP.
Yeah,
Just a single.
Yeah, Huni already there, but Faker's going to the flash forward. This stuff's going to land, but they have the damage. One picked up already. The re-engage for Faker's only a knock-up. He's still 1 versus 3. The chase forward. Ming wants everything. MLXG rather, and no, it's going to be him traded down to the turret. Faker pulling him into the damage output. Uzi waiting the wings, though. The silence is on. Will they re-engage this one? Look for the play as he puts him into the turret. The damage output coming across towards Faker, then back towards the jungle is Blank. Losing the health bar, but staying alive. The Deadly Venom not...
They have the ability to. Probably not yet. It depends. Once he completes his Infinity Edge, this duo is very prominent just because of how much damage and consistent damage that the Yasuo is able to output. So it's something that CG also have to respect.
Do they kill Faker, yes or no, Vedius?
No.
Okay, let's see what he does. 3-on-1, 4-on-1 as Cody's Sun comes down. The quickness is used already. Faker's got flash available. He dashes. He doesn't even use the flash. And Vedius, you are a god. You called it. Faker escapes. And SK Telecom, they start the Baron. That was Faker doing Faker things.
Yeah, they're going to grab the Baron, and I think they can close with this.
Contention is this Infernal, but SKT have control over the bot side. RNG don't care. They forced through mid to gain priority, and now they're the ones starting it off. Twisted Fate is on his way. We'll have the ultimate. Pops it. Here we go.
For the shield. Ulti is out. He's stolen by SKT, but now where is the fight going to go? Efforts there on the front line. Karsa able to find the kick onto Khan, into the rest of RNG. Faker's going to be in there on the backside as well. Uzi finding the damage in onto Khan. RNG still going to be kept alive, but the health bars are critically low. Faker's after Uzi, but he won't be able to find him just yet. Faker's stumbling away, but he's the only man left standing. Karsa and Longxing are after him. Sonic Wave will not find the mark, but the pursuit continues. Karsa is stopped in his tracks, but Longxing continues the chase. The Claw will not find the mark, and Faker hands him a card and walks away.
RNG will not find the ace, but they still... But Uzi going unchartable buys just enough time for them to dump a bunch of damage onto Faker. Gonna watch Faker once again with this great finish and escape.
But also notice how Faker flashed to avoid the bubble from Xiaohu, which then landed onto his AD carry, shutting him out of the fight. So Faker ends up being the only one to survive, sidestepping everything. The cool, calm demeanor of Faker allows him to walk away nonchalantly. No problems here.
Honestly, like, the rest of this, he's really just running away at max speed, but something about Faker makes us be like, wow! Run in the straight line. But he did.
Ultimate, but that's what ended up happening. Doesn't get caught off guard.
Yeah.
T1 though in the brush. Cannot be
Gonna find him. He doesn't get the ulti off. He just dies. He could have ulted. He just gets killed. And that is the jungler down. T1 with 40 seconds till this Drake comes up. About the same time they find the rest. 369 gonna take his fight against Faker. Will it be enough? Does he win round 2? He's ignited. He's ever frosted. And Faker with 5 health left wins the one-on-one. The GOAT! Now he's got more enemies coming after him, though. He's going for the sneak
sneaky recall, out of vision.
They know he's on the left-hand side, missing. Will not spot him go into the brush. They see. You can see it. You can see it. It was in vision. They don't walk over to the wrong board.
Faker with the okie doke, complete jukes right here. You can't see me.
Action.
We try the 5-on-5 now for the Rift Herald. We've got a full item and a half here on the Gumayushi. Gonna feel comfortable on this Fair as the team fight it out. Gale Force boots to the side. Patience about to run out. They can get the last shot and try for it. 1200 HP. The spike comes through clean on the JDG side. A disengage for T1, but will it be enough? Yagao lower and lower and lower. The snipe from Gumayushi claims the kill. And he's gonna get more thanks to Owner. He plays the mid laner better than Yagao does. Bolts in for a bit more, forcing out the flash. But Faker does not care. Only one man is left alive.
T1 do it again, and Faker's not done. He jumps forward, picks up the Silas, and chases down the rest of them. Faker goes with the short route on the inside, flashes over into the wolves for the angle.
Beautiful play from Faker. And while he has not played Azir at Worlds yet, you can see that he is still a master at the champion. The cheers from Zeus as the ulti comes through.
Another 3-6-9 finds death number 4, but the re-engage from Belvet is almost enough, but it is not. Faker in the mid lane, the unkillable Demon King rebuilds his throne with the skulls of his enemies. A 5-for-1 and a dragon after.
He's been involved in 15 of the 18 kills.
Absolute beast for sure. Here's a look at the engage, and Zeus immediately, they go straight for frontline. They knock back the Sejuani, and because of the comp this time around, it's easy for them to finish that out. Faker then goes around the back. Nobody's getting out of here.
It's like Faker from the back, Gumayushi from the left, Owner from the front. They're being flanked when they just shouldn't be. The focus on his face.
Here, Keria playing on the edge. Ruler going through the portal. Feathers fly, but to little effect as JDG just have to run the pull back over the wall. Now they're just trying to isolate and take out Zeus. Big gold influx for the side of JDG. Can they take the fall fight? Already the equalizer burned. Keria running through the magical journey. Everybody trying to get out, but Owner will be denied. Owner cannot find the escape, but it doesn't matter because T1 are there in time. Missing, trying to fire back. Gumayushi out of ammo, desperately trying to reload, but here comes the kunai. Here comes Knight, the flash away to safety. 3 shots left in the barrel. Manages to lock him down, playing on the edge, missing as he stabbed
Faker's coming!
far. Faker on the flank. No shockwave. A lot of help. Has to play careful here. Knight, no ultimate. Needs to make his way out of this one. The lockup there from Guma from so far away. Owner coming in, the pullback on a missing, trying not to stick around for too long. One taken down already. Knight now going in, trying to turn it back. Guma says not today.
Guma puts it right between his eyes.
In this fight, Zeus on the flank, Faker over the wall. Objective getting lower and lower. The Weaver's wall coming out, isolating Owner. Might go for the 50-50, but it's absolutely psycho. Flashes over the arrow. Faker goes in. It's incredibly clean. JDG with the counter punch. Can they get anything back? Ruler untouched on the backside. Dragon still standing, but Owner will take that away too. My God, what an engage from T1.
Owner, you magnificent beast. What in the world?
T1 just need to weather the storm.
And the heal is good in lane, but once you get out, it is very tough not to have the cleanse.
Zeus on the flank.
Zeus on the side. TP coming in. Faker looking to make the play against Ruler. Owner goes in. And again, the combos are clean. The hostile takeover is damn well hostile. T1 looking to leave no survivors alive. 369 admits the entire team will get absolutely nothing. T1 in the clutch are too damn clean.
Faker predicts Ruler's flash. He gets there first. He catches him with the ult.
Now to come forward. Zeus on that flank angle. The shine now here. And Gumayushi pretty safe now on that back line.
Look at Keria though. It's so hard for Weibo to walk up because Keria is on that sideline. They know he's there.
Yeah, he flashes in. He finds himself. The charm on DeForest. There is the ultimate from the Shy, but it just doesn't quite do enough. They try and get out, but Faker has the perfect execution and locks down his fellow ninja. Xiaohu now taking a whole lot of damage, and Faker is in the shroud. He's toying with him. It's a double kill. What? Order! And back in again. It's a triple for Faker.
Zeus is going to be able to help lock down the next one. Faker eventually goes down, but it's 4 for him and Carrier. And that is T1 turning the situation around.
7-minute game ending, especially with BLG having Smolder plus a Ziggs. The reason why this is such a good pairing as the arrow goes wide, but Faker's still here.
Take a look for that flank. We'll seal away the quickness from on guest. Charm flashes in, binds 2. Equalizer on the back line as well. As Faker is not off this earth. He finds the engage. He finds everything T1 were looking for.
Exceptional play from T1. You think that the play falls short because the arrow doesn't connect, but Faker will find a way. I'm not even playing.
It's just monumental. It's not just you, it's not just your team, it's your fans, it's your family, it's your region that have supported you through thick and thin. And
Owner, very close here.
Pressure on you, Shadowing Strike going wide. Shun tries to dash across the wall, but immediately he's locked up, goes in with the Cataclysm. Gumayushi pops the Feather Storm. Owner looking for the re-engage onto On. Shun down to half HP. Ben gets onto the back line. Gumayushi cleanses away, but Ben has already put him in the dirt. Chovy is next up. BLG find 2. T1 able to back away for the moment, but the TP behind by Ben as he looks for a little bit more. Oh, they go back in! Faker flashes in, and down goes Knight! Once again, when you need someone, when you need anyone to stand up and show just what this game's all about, it's Faker! He finds another T1 5-5, and alongside it, the Baron in their mind!
The chase, Knight goes, he just barely doesn't have the range on his charm onto Owner, and they're teleporting for the pincer, but just as they're teleporting and Ben has to walk back to the fight, that's when T1 turn.
Such fantastic play and such confidence. The TP, the awareness from T1 to realize that that TP was a mistake and then to create the collapse to turn it in their favor. Unbelievable turnaround from T1.
Teleport, the 4-second channel time, and T1 strike. Wait a second, topside, Zeus under fire!
Zeus caught out, killer instinct in by Elk. BLG collapsing, 4 members strong, the heroes entrance.
Oh, Zeus!
Faker joins the fight! Elk with the stopwatch, Faker in the middle of them all, and it seems like death may have arrived, and his name is Faker! He's here for your lives! The rest of T1 begin his collapse, Faker's gonna fall, as he pulls the stopwatch, manages to buy himself a second,